Piper's new series, Welcome to Parenthood, follows 3 sets of parents who are raising children at all different stages of development. It focuses on the excitement and the joy of what it's like to be a mom and a dad.
It's a great series, and I loved watching all the episodes, but my heart totally went out to the Smolinski family because they had their new baby Addison at 25 weeks.
Babies are a miracle, and this has a happy ending. Check it out as we get to know the Smolinski family, and they are the focus of the new series, Love Comes Early.
It's an in-depth series about one family's experience with preterm birth.
It's just a whole new world that you're dealing with. The constant like beep, 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 beep of the monitors because like, you just don't get it out of your head and you're like, wait, is that my baby?
A lot of the experience in the NICU are like flashes. You know, it's just because fuzzy, and then you get a flash of a good moment or a flash of a bad moment.
And I think it's one of those things that you just don't think about. No one really ever tells you, you can have a baby at 25 weeks and the baby can survive and you will live in a NICU. And I never once imagined how much technology there is to keep them alive and what goes into it, and the nurses and the staff and the doctors. Like, it's just something that you're just so not
You're not prepared
for.
Welcome to Mommy Cast.
Thank you for coming.
You know, Paige and I both had children who came a little early, but Addison came 25 weeks early. Tell us,
what was that experience like?
What happened?
I just was really aware of my body, and I noticed one Sunday I hadn't just felt her. Like it was weird, you know, and I laid down that night and I still didn't feel her, and just something was like tugging at my heart that it just wasn't normal. I usually would feel a little something. So the following morning I woke up and still, so my mom said, that's it, we're going. We'll just march on into the doctor's office. And where they did hear a heartbeat, and it was very mellow, just, okay, we'll just send you to the hospital and we'll monitor the heart and see what happens. And I was hooked up for 10 minutes, and the next thing I know, it was call the doctor, emergency C-section, the cords are on the neck, the heart rate's going up and down. And, you know, I walked in the hospital at 10 o'clock and she was born at 12:08. So,
oh my Lord.
Wow. That's such a
so
shock,
scary.
but good for you for listening to your body, and good for the doctors for taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't always happen that way.
right.
Yeah.
If I hadn't followed through on it, Addison wouldn't be here today, or she would have a lot more issues.
Well, basically, you had all of 2 hours to prepare
for having a baby
because,
that day.
There's a mental preparedness that you go through.
Yeah, you think you have time.
But usually that's, a week before.
Yeah, I told the doctor that she was crazy, that she better send another doctor over. Like, she was not taking this baby. She did not, like, you don't have babies at 25 weeks. This is crazy. And they were like, no, you can have a baby at 25 weeks and your baby will be okay. But, you don't hear about it.
How much did she weigh when she first was born?
1 pound, 7 ounces.
Wow.
And 12 inches.
So, baby's born.
Right.
You're relieved she's okay. Okay, but she's in the NICU. So what is it like? Because you had Logan at home.
Right. It's hard. It's a balancing act, I guess you could say. In the beginning, I was in the hospital for about a week, so he was with my parents, and Aaron would sleep with me at the hospital. And the reality really hits when you leave the hospital, and, it's not an elevator ride up to see your baby. You are leaving your baby. She's no longer inside of you. She's, on a breathing machine, and all these things are happening while you're not there.
Right.
Blood transfusions and tests, and I felt like she should be inside of me still, and I should be providing her, but instead I'm leaving her somewhere, and I'm coming home. And actually,
it's very emotional.
Yes.
Very, very emotional.
Having Logan, though, was kind of helpful because it was like a relief. It was a breath of fresh air. It was
A distraction.
And
something that you could care for.
Right.
Because now you've got this baby that you're supposed to care for. You're supposed to be the caregiver.
That you can't
do anything. So, but with Logan, you're able to take care of him. You're able to make him feel better when he cries.
And it's a reminder that, at the end of all of this, like, this is why you go through this.
Yeah.
Because for babies, for children, they're amazing and they're beautiful, and he's amazing. So, just keep in mind that.
Was Logan old enough to really comprehend the baby was at the hospital and you were home?
He never went into the NICU until later on, like right before she came home.
She's smiling.
Him and I made a book. Someone suggested that I make a little book out of construction paper, and I write the story kind of very plain for him to understand that mommy had a baby in her tummy, but the baby had to come early, and pictures of her in the NICU so he could see all the things
So it's
that
real
were
to him.
help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he did understand it.
Yeah, we tried to make sure he was involved
Right.
as much with
That's
everything.
very smart. So she's a doll. We had the opportunity. I even got a chance to
I got
hold
to
her.
hold her,
It was
too.
So
She's
sweet.
so chubby.
So she's doing well now?
She's doing really well.
Yeah.
We had like a few issues that we were following up on, but she's doing well, and we haven't really had any major obstacles yet, and she's developing really well, and she's meeting her corrected age, which is, she's 6 months, but her corrected age is 3 months.
Right.
Because basically the NICU was the womb.
Right.
So they treat that
Yeah.
just like she was still in the womb, like she wasn't born yet.
Tell us a
Just
little bit
changed
about the bonding experience, because I've also heard it's very difficult to bond with your child when they're in the NICU, because you're separated
You're far
by
away. And
all
you
of
can't
this
be the one carrying
equipment
her.
and
Yeah.
everything, and you really don't have them in your arms all the time.
It's a hard thing. I think for me it was especially hard because I had Lauren and I had Logan that I really needed to be there. And I was scared to bond with her too because I didn't know, what was going to happen. And I didn't want to fall apart if something happened and not be able to be there for Lauren.
See, and
and
I think
Logan.
that's a really brave thing to admit. I think a lot of people wouldn't want to admit, I kind of consciously or whatever, subconsciously didn't really choose to bond at first because I was protecting myself to be able to care for my family. It's really, and I bet you it's more common than
I think
it's
it
talked
is.
about.
And I really want dads out there that go through that experience to be okay with it.
I had to let my emotions out. I felt so many things that if I didn't say to somebody, I probably would have stopped breathing. I was just so much in shock and overwhelmed by the whole situation.
Yeah.
Just to say what I was feeling to somebody and let it off of my chest was
What I tell you.
huge.
Yeah.
I'm a big purger.
She's a big
And I'm
She holds
usually
it
the
in.
brunt of
You
it
hold
all.
it in.
I hold it in, yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank you
On
very
Addison's
much.
birth, and
Thank
you
you.
have a lovely family.
Thank
We
you.
wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And good luck with the new series.
Yeah,
Love
we'll be
Comes
watching.
Early.
Yeah, we're hoping
Yeah.
that, it touches some lives and it
Definitely, I think.
raises awareness about premature birth and micro preemies is what technically Addison was, which is 25 to 30 weeks.
And the glass half full of it is we got to watch a baby go through what they go through in utero.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Go through all the changes that the body goes through inside a
The
womb.
ears,
The
kind of
ears separate from
separating,
the
the
head.
eyes opening.
Wow.
It's pretty special
really
that
amazing.
we
Yeah.
we got to.
That's
go
amazing.
through
And I
it.
just feel like if every pregnant lady has the opportunity to watch the show, that if this ended up happening to them, that they would know that it's, dark at that moment, but it
There's
seems
hope.
really hard, but there is hope. So, let's recognize that and make people feel more confident. So when they're in the position where I am, where they're like, we're taking your baby at 25 weeks, and I think they're absolutely insane.
Yeah.
They can say, oh, that girl, that family, they had a bit, and just see that it's okay.
You know that it's going to be okay. So.
If you'd like more on all of the Welcome to Parenthood or the new series Love Comes Early, you can go to mommycast.com. We'll have links to both shows on our website.
Hi, my name is Abby. I'm a proud mom of 3 little ones and I work at Pampers. On behalf of our team, I want to say thank you to Aaron, Lauren, Logan, and Addison for sharing their story. At Pampers, we believe every baby is a miracle that deserves to be celebrated, supported, and protected. That's why we're proud Pampers diapers are the #1 choice of hospitals.